Hello, I am audible, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Yes.
Okay, so we will start the meeting. Good afternoon, everyone. This is warm welcome. Welcome, everyone, to all the students pursuing B.Sc, M.Sc, M.Com. Today we have our guest lecture on the very important topic and untouched topic, which is related to the IELTS and your career in foreign countries. So our today's topic is the steps to settle abroad for your bright future and career by using the IELTS and soft skill required for the foreign jobs. So we have our principal, Dr. S.B. Bajaj, sir, chairman of program, Dr. Kabra, sir, administrative officer, Dr. S.R. Mirgane, IQAC coordinator, guest of the program, and Dr. Meher, sir, head of the department, English, and our guest speaker, director, IELTS Training Center, Mohali. So I will not take much more time and hand over the system to Sneak. You can continue, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope I'm clearly audible.
Yeah.
All right. So I extend a heartiest welcome to all the faculty and students from Jalna Education Society, GES College, Jalna, Maharashtra. I also extend my gratitude to Honorable Principal Dr. S.B. Bajaj and Professor Nitin Patil for providing me this opportunity to share and exchange the knowledge. So guys, definitely I don't want this lecture to be a monotonous one. So we'll also be discussing few things in between. So first of all, first question that arises over here is why abroad? So without just asking you guys if you have any plans to settle abroad or not, I'll just directly start away, because after 1 hour I'll be asking you that are you actually interested in settling abroad or studying abroad, right? So now first of all, you see that there are many countries like Canada, US, Australia, and New Zealand, which are providing a lot of opportunities to students for a very pragmatic type of courses. First of all, I would tell you that, of course, in India, the education system is really good, but in foreign countries, the education system is much better because of the practical knowledge that is being provided for each and every course. Since I have been told that the students right now over here in this meeting belong to B.Sc, M.Sc, B.Com, and N.Com, so definitely the courses in the field of commerce and sciences are wide and there is a lot of variety. So additionally, there are some courses which also provide more than 12 hours of working shift along with your study. So in these 12 hours, you can earn a lot of US dollars along with your study. So this is a great option so that you can settle not only in terms of your experience and education, but also financially. So I would say that studying abroad is a great option because of the practical knowledge that is being provided by all the universities and colleges abroad. And also the kind of experience that you get while you are studying, you can also work part-time. And the best part about that is you can earn in US dollars in Canada and Australia, and also you can gain some knowledge which is also related to your courses in terms of higher education. Say, for example, you are a graduate. So if you are a graduate, you can target diploma courses which are related to your field, or you can target master's courses which are related to your field. And in case you are a postgraduate, you can go for PhD courses, or you can go for immigration, permanent immigration. So if you want to if you want a permanent residence, a PR in Canada, say for example, which is easiest to target, you have to qualify one exam that is known as IELTS exam. So you understand this exam is differentiated into two parts, that is the general training exam and also academic exam. So one who wants to go for study, they have to give the academics paper, while the ones who have to go for permanent residence or PR in Canada, they can target the general training paper. So I'll go step by step and tell you what are the benefits and what is the syllabus, what are the results, exam booking, preparation times, and fee structure of this exam in detail. So now, first of all, let's talk about English as a language. So everyone, you know that English is an international language. This is a global language, and this is actually a requirement wherever you go. So not only in jobs in India, but also abroad, everywhere English is a basic requirement. And thus I think English must be learned and understood and of course practiced by each and every citizen. The most fearing thing about English is that it is very difficult to learn. Some people assume that English is a language which is actually very fearful because they believe that they have not learned or practiced English in their childhood. And that is why it is very tough to learn this or acquire this language at this stage of life. But luckily, I would say that it is not so. If you use this language in your daily life, you will be able to acquire the language skills quickly and promptly. So first of all, what you can do to learn English as a language is you can read a daily newspaper, which is actually English based. In English language, I don't know which newspapers are there available in your area in Maharashtra, but there are certain newspapers which are national, that is the Hindustan Times, the Tribune. So you can go for these newspapers. The best newspaper is the Hindu, which gives you the perfect kind of vocabulary, that is the perfect lexical resources that you can go through. If you read even 2 to 3 articles of the Hindu newspaper every day, you can definitely improve your English drastically. Second point, what you can do in your daily life, you can watch movies in English. And if you think that you have problem understanding the English language while watching the movie, then you can use the subtitles. So you can turn on your subtitles and then you can watch certain English movies. It is not necessary to watch an English movie every day. You can just watch one English movie once in 2 weeks or once in 1 week. Whenever you have time, try to watch English movie instead of your the movies which are in the language of your state. Say for example, Marathi, or in my state it is Punjabi. But the point is that it's better always to go for the English movies using subtitles. And soon later you will realize that you will not need these subtitles. Soon you will be able to understand the wordings, whatever the actors, the actresses, whatever the protagonists are using the language without these subtitles. So I think English movies are entertaining and a great option to learn English. Furthermore, I would give another suggestion, that is songs. So English songs, if you try to listen on regular basis, these would also help to improve and enhance your English in a drastic manner. But here I have to point out something, that is, say for example, you feel that this is something that I'm not able to connect with. So you can pick one song and you can like deliberately listen to the song continuously for 1 or 2 days. Then you will become then you will have a habit regarding this song, and you will be able to listen to this song repeatedly for 2 to 3 days, and you will start liking the music of that song. And later on, you will not realize eventually that you will be in habit to listen to English songs as well. I believe that listening to songs is a difficult part, but definitely reading newspaper and English is more feasible. Then another good option is mirror practice. Many of you know that mirror practice is a great option to learn anything that we want to. Something that you can look at yourself, you can observe yourself into the mirror, and you can try to understand that either you are being a confident person or not. If you are standing in front of the mirror and you are trying to speak up some words or some on a topic, say for example, let me just take it in a very simple way. Say for example, a friend, or I would say a best friend. Everybody has a best friend, obviously. So you can take up a very simple topic, best friend, and you can just start speaking on that topic, standing in front of the mirror. Definitely there's a problem that nobody will be there to correct your mistakes or to point out what type of mistakes you are making, but at least interesting ways to acquire English. Definitely, Bhagyashree. I'll definitely come to that as well. But then I'll just definitely tell you one thing, that you can make a group of 2 or 3 students. I think even your faculty members can help you with this one. It can be a regular activity. Just before you start your classes, you can make a group of 4 to 5 or 2, 3 students just before your lectures. And then you can sit in a group and discuss on a topic. Say, for example, the topic is a friend, a best friend. And so everybody in your group have to speak on that topic. So at times, people might think that these are very basic topics to discuss on. But I believe that when you start from the basic, only then eventually you will be able to improve your English as a language. So there's another option. What you can do is you can pick up a current affair. Say for example, there is a news which is in headlines, and you can discuss on that particular topic sitting in a group. When you are in a group, definitely there are some students or there are some people who have a great knowledge of English, and they can correct your mistakes as well. Apart from that, another thing that you can do is, if you want a perfection in English, then I would suggest you can go for some classes as well, English speaking classes as well. But then, see, for example, I never emphasize on rules. Obviously, when you were born, you automatically started speaking Hindi or Marathi, whatever your language is, language of convenience, because it was in your environment. You were naturally adopted to those languages. You were not given, it did not happen like you came out of your mother's womb and you were given a rule of grammar, and you have to learn those rules, and then you started speaking Marathi. Right. So similarly, the same is for English. Definitely, if I give you a set of rules and I tell you just ratify those rules, just remember those rules, and then you will be able to understand English in a great way. You will be able to speak English in a fluent manner. I think that is a myth. So to break that myth, I would just stand over here and say clearly that English is not a language which is learned by rules. Rather, English is a language which is learned by practice. So once you start creating an environment around yourselves and start speaking in that language fluently, you will be able to grasp that language in a better manner. And definitely, these are some options that I think really are going to help you to learn English. And if Bhagyashree just asked one question, that what are the most interesting ways to learn English, then I would say, of course, watching movies is very entertaining, because if you watch movies, you can also enjoy the story and also learn some English words. Apart from that, novel reading is also a great idea. say for example, you are a beginner to learn English as a language, then I would not suggest you to directly go with the Shakespeare and read the toughest of tough novels. But definitely you can read Chetan Bhagat, who is a very basic English novelist, and he has written his novels in a very simple language. And I think that is something that beginners can go for and understand that how English is molded in simple words. The basic grammar is used with a lot of emotion as well. So definitely, once you start reading a Chetan Bhagat novel, trust me, you will not be getting bored in between. And definitely, if you have read 1 to 4 chapters of that novel in one go, you will automatically be attracted to that novel, and you will not feel satisfied until you complete that novel entirely. So I would suggest you reading novel and watching movies is a great idea. And Chetan Bhagat novels are directly available in bookstores and also Amazon online. If you want to purchase these novels, you can go to Amazon application and order some novels for yourselves. And on Instagram page, the Instagram application, there is a page that is Book Palace. This is a page which is providing books at a very affordable cost. Then you can purchase your books from this place as well. I don't know where the exact location of this seller is, probably Delhi, I'm not sure, but definitely you can place your order from this page, and definitely you will receive your books in a very good condition and you can read them. And also, if you have read some book, you can exchange it with your friends, and then you can learn more, you can read more basically. So last but not the least, that the most interesting way to learn English is by, I think, in a joke manner. So for example, you can create a joke environment, just for example, there were 2 students I taught last year, and they were very bad in English, unfortunately. But then I observed that they started making jokes and speaking vocabulary words and English in a very funny way. Just like, say, for example, they had to come for class, they would say, "Are you ready? Let's go for our English classes." So say, for example, they used those English words and sentences in a very good way. So say, for example, there is one word, astray, which means wrong direction, a bad direction, or a wrong path. So say, for example, I told one boy, that one of those boys, that you have to complete your assignment by tomorrow. And he was unable to submit that assignment. And the other boy said that he was estrayed, and as he went to party, and he did not complete the homework. So it became a fun moment. Everybody in the class started laughing. But the best part was that they know that the meaning of the word astray is wrongly directed. So if you use English in a fun way, then you can remember different kind of vocabulary words, and also grammar will automatically come to your mind and your mouth. Say, for example, there are some people who want to speak English, but the words get stuck in their mind. So I think the more you speak, the more you practice, and more feasible it is for you to speak English conveniently. We are Indians, and of course, we are not expert users of English. As English is not a native language of this country. But surely you can definitely adapt to the professional users of this language, and definitely you can fit into the international aspects of this language, because you will definitely need it even if you are working in India, or you are teaching in India, or you are a part of an organization or company. Even if you are not moving abroad, it is still important everywhere. So I believe that English must be practiced every day without a fail, if you do not know how to speak a proper language, especially the English, I would suggest you directly that it should become a part of your daily life, so that you can grasp it as soon as possible. Because I have seen some people who are 43 years old, 45 years old, and they have been trying to learn English in this age. But then when you are young in your age, then I think it's high time, it's a great time, and it's a great opportunity to grasp this language as soon as possible. Now, as I have suggested you some ways how to learn English, I hope you will follow them. Apart from that, now I'm just going to discuss directly about the IELTS exam. Because we are short of time, I will try to describe this exam in detail, so that you do not miss on any point and there is no doubt in your mind at all. So starting with the full form of this exam, this is International English Language Testing System. So this is International English Language Testing System. So say, for example, you want to study abroad, or you want to shift abroad, you want to migrate abroad in countries like Canada, Australia, then I would suggest you that you must go for IELTS exam and get your desired band score, so that you become eligible to go for the programs that you are interested in. But now, what is this exam about? Yes, definitely. So I'm just going to give you the details of IELTS exam tree. All right. So now this exam, IELTS, is, as I already told you, based on English completely. In this exam, you have to prove your reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills in detail. So this is an exam which covers all the 4 modules, namely reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So for this exam, first of all, we will go with how this exam is conducted. So first of all, this exam is conducted 5 times a month. So every month, 5 dates are available, and you can book this exam wherever you want to give. Many centers across India are available. Even in Maharashtra, you can give this exam. So if you choose your center to be Maharashtra, you will be able to, in your Maharashtra, different cities are there. So whichever city is convenient and nearer to you, you can definitely go and choose that city and book your exam. So the fee structure for this exam is 15,500 rupees, and which is approximately 250 USD. And I think this exam is very costly, but this is a one-time investment. And if you qualify this exam in the first go, then you will have a bright future abroad. So you definitely have to have a good amount of money if you are planning to sit for this exam. The preparation of this exam costs you near about 6,000 rupees a month, which actually varies from institutes to institutes, and training centers. Different training centers have different fee structure, but the minimum fee that you have to spend to prepare for this exam is 6,000 a month. If you are good in English, then I can simply say that a month of preparation is enough for you. But in case you are slightly weaker in English as a language, then I would rather suggest you that you should first go for English language preparation. First, you should take English speaking classes, and then you should enroll for IELTS preparation. for 1 month, and then you can sit for your exam, which will cost you 15,500 rupees. So of course, this is a big investment. But then if you have plans to move abroad, this is the money that you have to spend. And this 5 times a month is actually a pen and paper exam. So like your UGC net and CSIR net exams, pen and paper type of exam is available. But if anybody wants to go for the CBT paper, computer-based test, that option is also available. For your pen and paper result, timing is 13th day of the exam. So your result is declared on the 13th day of your exam in the pen and paper mode. But in your CBT mode of examination, you get your result on the 5th day of the examination. So definitely the computer delivered test will be providing you the result sooner. And it is also fine if you have good typing speed, then you can go with the computer delivered test. And if you think you are a bit if you are not a tech savvy, then you can go for pen and paper exam. If you do not have a good hold over the devices, you do not know how to just type, or you are typing too slow, then you can go for pen paper mode. And for both the exams, the exam fee is same, that is 15,500 itself. So there are some students who have to give this exam multiple times because they are not able to qualify. So let's be practical and already understand that if you have any plans to sit for this exam, then you should be pre-prepared. You should already have that mindset that you want to improve your English, and only then you book this exam. There is no point booking this exam without preparation, because it is very costly, unlike that of CSIR net, etc. These papers are for 1,000 rupees, 1,500, 2,000. But this IELTS exam is 15,500 single exam. But the best part about this exam is you can sit for this exam multiple times in 1 month as well. Like your CSIR exams, exams take place once in 6 months, or once in a year, like that. But this IELTS exam can be given multiple times, but definitely it's very costly. I should repeat that again. Now, let's go with the syllabus of this exam. We have already discussed that what basically are the techniques that actually target your examiner. Say, for example, I would say that your exam is in your next month, and you have 1 month of preparation. So what are the different things that you can do to prepare for your exam are: many students, they prepare for the exam through online mode. They have they choose YouTube for preparation. That's not a bad idea actually. But then I think minimum of 1 month of coaching you must take, 1 month of classes you must take, so that you get familiar with actually what are the different requirements of this paper. Right. Now I'm going to start with the syllabus in detail. So first of all, the first module that is going to be tested is writing module. Now, this is like a big challenge. See, I have seen professors, I have seen like novelists, the writers, the actual writers who have been sitting in this paper and just being able to score 6.5 band score out of 9. So the overall marking of this module is 9 band score. So on the scale of 9, even the best writers, they get 6.5. Now I'll tell you the reason why. Because they believe that the writing is very easy. Say, for example, we have written research papers, we have written a novel, or we are a newspaper editor, or I am an English professor. I can just complete this writing module in the given time limit and I'll be able to score 9 band. But unfortunately, the writing module is checked by the foreign experts. This paper is checked in Australia by the examiners, and they are very, very particular about their requirements. So say, for example, if in case you do not follow the format and you do not follow the requirements of this writing part, you will definitely get a very low band score. So I would believe that once you understand what are the basic requirements of this writing part, you will be able to qualify this paper in a very convenient manner. Right. So now I'll just explain you what. See, this writing module is different for different type of papers. First of all, I'll go with the academic part. So these are for the people who want to study abroad. The ones who want to study abroad, for them, the writing module task 1 is report writing. Report writing includes pie chart, bar graph, it includes diagram, it includes flow chart, it also includes map diagram. So this is not very tough as it seems to be. This is, I think, the most easiest thing in the paper. That is, you will be provided with a pie chart. Of course, you guys, I think you belong to commerce and science fields. You know what pie chart, bar graphs, and diagrams are. So you are given some kind of diagrams and you are given some kind of pie chart or bar graphs. You have to look at those diagrams and you have to write about those diagrams in the form of a summary in your paper, and those has to be in a set word limit and also a set format. So the exact time that is provided to you for the writing module is 1 hour, and this task 1 has to take 20 minutes. So you have 20 minutes to complete your task 1 paper. And then you have the task 2, that is the essay writing. And this module has to be completed in 40 minutes. So this essay is not like essay based on Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, not like these. These are not the topics of your essay. These topics are basically related to your daily life. Say, for example, I would give you one question example. Say, for example, advantages and disadvantages of using credit card over debit card. So most of you know that credit cards are in vogue. They are in fashion. Many people are using credit cards every day. So actually, they are just definitely going to ask you simply that what are the advantages and disadvantages of using credit cards and debit cards, like that. So you just simply have to say, like, say, for example, let's discuss this question only. So if I would say that, debit card is, it is easy, it is convenient to carry, and you don't need to carry a lot of cash. So this is one advantage of debit card. And what is the disadvantage of this one? That there can be some cyber crime. Say, for example, hacking and or theft. Such cases are very popular. So these are the disadvantages which are associated with the usage of the artificial notes, that is debit card and credit card. So such type of essays are really common. Let me give you another example of essay. Say, for example, what kind of essay it could be like. Say, for example, nowadays students are questioning their teachers. आजकल ऐसा ट्रेंड हो गया है कि टीचर्स अपने बच्चे अपने स्टूडेंट्स अपने टीचर्स को क्वेश्चन कर देते हैं कि सर आपने ऐसा क्यों करवाया या वैसा क्यों करवाया. तो आजकल ये एक मॉडर्न सोसाइटी में ट्रेंड बन चुका है ना. तो अगर ये एक ट्रेंड चल रहा है बेसिकली, देन व्हाट कैन बी द कॉजेस कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है. व्हाट आर द कॉजेस? So you can simply give the point of modernization, westernization. India being a democratic society, पहले क्या था? India democratic society थी, but it was not well adopted as a democratic society. Nowadays, people are exercising their rights, right? So this is what we can say. So this is one reason that, say for example, any question? All right. So I don't mind you asking questions in between. And as I simply observed that maybe I was using excessive English, so I switched a bit to Hindi as well, so that we can have a convenient one-on-one conversation. So anybody who wants to ask something in between, feel free to ask. Obviously, I don't want to, create a lecture which is very boring. We can discuss many things in between. So say, for example, you have some essay writing part, you can use your question this way, and you have to answer in a certain format to secure a good band score, So out of 9, if you want to score good, then you just have to write essay in a proper format, and also according to the criterias that are being provided by the examiners. So I would just tell you simply, say for example, if you are a graduate student and if you want to just go for a post graduation course, then your requirement in IELTS band score is overall 6.5. मतलब कि किन दो मॉड्यूल में आपके बैंड स्कोर 6.5 होने चाहिए, और किन दो मॉड्यूल में अगर 6 भी रहेंगे तो भी चलेंगे आउट ऑफ 9. And if you are, say for example, a postgraduate student and you want to target the doctorate of philosophy, PhD courses, or you want to migrate to Canada, then your overall band score requirement has to be 7.5. So this is the requirement that you have to have. For permanent residents to Canada, your requirement is 778. Listening module 8 band score, and the other 3 modules, writing, speaking, and reading module, a 7 each. So this is the requirement that you have to fulfill if you want to, go for PR. We have 40 minutes for meeting, 10 minutes left. All right, no issues. All right. So, okay, just tell me that should I go with the explanation of IELTS exam further, or you want me to tell something about the English speaking language and soft skills itself? So just let me know what you guys demand, and I can orient the lecture accordingly. So just tell me, what do you want? I'm checking the chat box. You can type and tell me. Soft skills is your requirement right now, or should I go for the IELTS examination in detail? For speaking, okay. So what actually, all right. So say for example, I will just go with basic things. See, if you want to go with English speaking in detail, then there are some things that you need to take care of. Sure, I will. Sure. So if you want to go with the English speaking, then there are some criterias that you have to fulfill. First of all, you understand one thing, that English speaking is not like something very convenient and also not very tough. So what I would suggest you over here is that understand on what basis you can improve your English as a language. First of all is pronunciation. So whatever words that you are pronouncing should be correct. Say for example, just let me just consider the basic example over here. So I've just taken A to Z, right? Now over here, that everybody is pronouncing some words correctly. On the other hand, there are some people who do not know the pronunciation of certain alphabets correctly, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All are correct till here. But then there is this word, this one, which is pronounced wrongly. The correct pronunciation of this one is H, not H. The correct pronunciation of this one is H and not H. H, right? So this is something that many people don't know. So I think you should go with the basics first. You should clear with your basics and then you should move on further. Like say, for example, there are some words that is, some people pronounce it as Z, but the correct pronunciation is Z. Some people pronounce it as Q. It's not Q, it's Q. So these are the things that you need to take care of when you start your basic language, right? And then say, for example, there are some months in your daily life like January, February, March, April. Some people pronounce it January, February. I don't know why people do not try on the correct part of English. So what you can do is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So say, for example, you need to understand what is the correct pronunciation of word is. Say, for example, in the word curtain, R is silent. पर्दे होते हैं जो आपके घर पे लगे होते हैं, उनको आप कर्टन बुलाते हो, तो मतलब कर्टन प्रोनाउंस करते हो, तो उसमें क्या आर साइलेंट है? तो वो चीज आपको याद रहनी चाहिए कि क्या चीज हमारी साइलेंट रहेगी और क्या चीज हमारी pronunciable है. तो ये सारी चीजें सबसे पहले तो I would say pronunciation is very important. Now, there is another thing which has to be taken care of is fluency. Fluency का मतलब होता है लगातार बोलते रहना. You have to speak continuously. ये नहीं है कि बीच में रुक गए, बोलते बोलते रुक गए बीच में. So once you stop in between, you are creating an impression that you are having a difficulty in English. तो मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ कि अगर आपको गलत इंग्लिश भी आती है तो बस बोलते रहो. तो आप जितना ज्यादा बोलोगे उतना ज्यादा आप अच्छा बोल पाओगे, धीरे धीरे धीरे, इवेंचुअली. सो इट इज अ लॉन्ग टर्म हैबिट. अगर आप इसको एक बार अडॉप्ट कर लेते हो तो देन इट गोज ऑन एंड इट टेक्स सम टाइम. इवेंचुअली यू हैव टू स्पीक एट अ लेंथ. तो आपको क्या लेंथी आंसर्स बोलने हैं, ज्यादा से ज्यादा बोलने की कोशिश करो. अगर मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ व्हाट इज योर फेवरेट कलर, तो आपका आंसर सिर्फ ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि माय फेवरेट कलर इज ब्लैक. इससे आगे भी होना चाहिए, माय फेवरेट कलर इज ब्लैक बिकॉज इट एड्स टू माय पर्सनैलिटी. Black is really popular among the people of my city. Black color is especially loved in clothes. So this is how you add 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences, and then you understand that you are speaking at a length, and then you are getting a good score overall. Probably if it's for IELTS exam, and if it's for the other way around as well. Right? So lengthy is very important. Pronunciation is very important. Apart from that, your answer should have CC criteria. CC का मतलब होता है cohesive devices. ठीक है? तो coherence और cohesion. अभी cohesive devices आप बोलोगे हमें तो पता नहीं है. तो इसमें क्या है, अगर आप normal language में and word use करते हो, and, तो उसकी जगह पे आप use कर सकते हो moreover, furthermore, additionally, to add up, adding up. So ऐसे words अगर आप use करते हो besides, ठीक है ना. अगर आपने बोलना in the opposite, तो in the opposite की जगह पे आप क्या बोल सकते हो, however, nonetheless. इन सब का मतलब एक है. तो आप नॉर्मल कनेक्टर्स को हटाकर अच्छे कनेक्टर्स, अगर मॉडिफाइड कनेक्टर्स यूज करते हो, however, nonetheless, besides, moreover, adding up, तो ये सारी चीजें All right. So meeting is going to end up. See, for example, I was not actually able to convey whatever I had decided already. But then, if in case you have another day, I can plan up another meeting. If you want me to tell you something specifically about the speaking part, I can definitely help you out with that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, today our college has an internal test, so all the students went off. So I request Bhagyashree ma'am to conduct the vote of thanks, ma'am. Hello, Bhagyashree ma'am, are you audible? Hello, ma'am. Please unmute your mic, Bhagyashree ma'am. Hello, hello. So instead of Bhagyashree ma'am, I specially thank to Ms. Rasnik Kaur who delivered her guest lecture on the IELTS, its importance and the soft skill required for it. We will plan a further lecture, ma'am, and I
Definitely.
will send you the I will send you the letter of appreciation on your email.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.